Welcome everybody to a new My Hero Academia video. And guys, I bet you thought that you'd never hear that ever again. And of course today I'm not going to talk about the strongest hero, we are going to talk about Ultra Impact. So from the moment of me recording this video, Ultra Impact is going to release in 3 hours. So I'm literally just recording this at the last possible moment. And what I want to talk about today is this image that you're seeing on screen right now. I apologize for the very low quality, I just couldn't find anything better than this, but this is a very in-depth reroll guide for the characters that you should be aiming for tonight. So apparently we need to aim for 2 characters at the time. There's the possibility of also trying to reroll for 3 characters at the time, and the reason why we're going for groups of characters instead of individual characters is just because a lot of these characters actually bounce their abilities off of each other, right? Like for example, Momo and Bakugo. Momo heals your team, and then Bakugo gets some extra stuff from having more than 50% HP. So that is basically the reason why we are actually re-rolling for 2 or 3 characters instead of just the one, as it's more common with most gacha games, right? Remember guys that this is an auto battler, so you know, there's a few different things to consider than when we just go for regular good old gachas, right? So first thing that I'm going to say is I have no idea how to play this game. I've never played the Asian version. I'm not sure if this game is from JP or if it's Chinese. I think it's JP. I'm pretty sure it's a Japanese game. I'm pretty sure. Might be wrong. Either way, let's see. So first of all, we have Yellow Aizawa and Green Hawks. So it says that Aizawa buffs pro heroes attack stat while also being able to seal skills and cleans enemy buffs. And then Hawks gives allies a one-time evasion at the start of battle while also being a pro hero. So what it means here by pro hero is that basically characters are going to have a tag, right, depending on what they are and their allegiances, right, and the groups that they come from. So for example, I'm pretty sure Midoriya, Bakugo, and Todoroki have a tag that's called like the Big Three. I'm pretty sure, I might be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure. But also they have a tag that says Class 1A, right? And they all might also have another tag that says Fighter or something like that. I don't know, I'm making that up, but basically these are like categories that you can, or that most characters fall into, right? And so a lot of the mechanics in this game, a lot of the supporters in this game actually buff certain categories. So again, for those of you that played a lot of Dokkan, right, or pretty much a lot of different gachas, right? Oh, I realized why this is so zoomed in. Oh, there we go. So a lot of gachas, a lot of gachas actually have this system, this category system, where you know, a bunch of characters go into different categories, and then you know, those categories get buffed. So yeah, that's basically what's going on here. Also, each character, besides the tags, each character has a color, which I imagine probably works like 99% of gachas, which is yellow, green, purple, and blue and red. And red is good against yellow, yellow good against purple, purple good against green, and green good against blue, and blue good against red, right? That's usually like how 99% of gachas work, so that's probably how this is going to work too. So then we have purple All for One and purple Shigaraki. So All for One grants 15% crit rate to villains, which is another tag, and can reduce his own plus allies skill cooldowns. So that sounds very useful, honestly. Shigaraki gives League of Villain, another tag, types plus 30% attack, and has multiple ways to increase his skill damage, and he also does increase damage against pro hero types, right? Again, this is a bunch of different categories. Most of them are very intuitive. You all guys already know who the villains are. You guys know who the pro heroes are. You guys know who the League of Villains are. So this is all very intuitive, right? Then we have green Ochako and green Todoroki. We have that Ochako buffs green type attack by 25%, and she also heals allies and applies a one-hit evasion. She can also counter normal attacks, and Todoroki has a 2 AoE attacks, of which can inflict freeze and burn, and he can pump out PU, I'm not sure what PU is, attacks as he has ways to increase his gauge through skills and or gouge. Yeah, his gouge through skills and wave start. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on here, but it says that Ochako can counter normal attacks, which sounds very good to me. Again, this is not a battler, so countering normal attacks sounds a very good thing, but we'll have to see how like common normal attacks are, or what even are those, right? And then it says that Todoroki has 2 AoE attacks. So one thing that I do know for sure about auto battlers is that AoEs are usually very good. So yeah, we have that. Then we have Blue Momo and Blue Bakugo. So Momo gives blue types 25% attack, just like Ochako does to a green type, right? And she can also heal allies and increase their PU. Again, I don't know what PU is. It might be their, oh yeah, I think it's something like Power Ultra or something like that. It's like an ultimate basically. PU gouge. So she can also reduce enemy speed, and Bakugo can decrease enemy defense, inflict burn and blindness, and he can increase his attack based on how many turns and enemies he's defeated. On how turns and enemies, I'm sorry, the wording it's a little bit wonky here, but yeah, either way, this again, very good. Momo gives a very substantial buff to Bakugo, and then Bakugo is going to decrease enemy defense, which means that he's going to be dealing a lot of damage. Then we have yellow Aizawa and red Kirishima. So referred to above for Aizawa, which is the first pair that we went through, right? And then Kirishima gives red types 25% attack. So apparently there's probably going to be like, you know, one character from class A for each type, for each color, that gives a 25% attack, which is nice. It's I guess it's pretty standard. And he has a taunt, during which he applies a max of 80% damage cut, I don't know what cut is, for 1 turn. I'm guessing that what that means is 80% damage reduction, because it makes sense with the character of Kirishima, right? So Kirishima has a taunt and also 80% damage reduction, which is very nice. This character sounds super strong, considering that the game is just it's just coming out. I don't know a lot about the JP version, but I'm really wondering how the power creep works in this game. And also he has a counter, and also gains 3 hits of barrier from PU, so from his ultimate, right? Further improving his survivability. So yeah, it literally sounds like Kirishima is just unkillable. Then we have green Ochako and green Hawks. These two are your mono green core. Alright, so there are going to be mono type teams. That's nice. Hawks for wave start evasion, and Ochako for your heals plus evasion refresh, on top of buffing green types attack percentage. That sounds like a very obnoxious team with so much evasion. It sounds very obnoxious, honestly. Then we have blue Bakugo and green Todoroki. Bakugo can inflict burn with AS1, which is auto skill 1, and Todoroki with both his ultimate and his auto skill 2, of which gives Bakugo's ultimate more damage. So Todoroki has an auto skill 1 that can freeze an enemy and set up for a big critical damage hit from Bakugo. They are both good DPS units that complement each other. And then we have red Deku and red Kirishima. Deku has multiple ways to increase his attack stat, but at the cost of him self-inflicting damage from his auto skill 1 and ultimate. However, he has a 3-turn plus 20% auto heal to counter this. That's very nice, actually. Kirishima is your tank to keep Deku alive, I guess is what it says there, right? Alive while he is buffing himself for powerful attacks. So very nice stuff. This is basically going to be the characters that you will be going for. I can tell you guys the 3, you know, if you want to roll for 3 characters, which are the groups that you should aim for, and those are Ochako, Hawks, and Todoroki, Aizawa, Hawks, and Kirishima, Momo, Bakugo, and Todoroki, and Bakugo, Todoroki, and Kirishima. So as you can see, a lot of these are interchangeable, right? Like you can see that Hawks is in 2 teams, you have Aizawa is in 2 teams, you have Todoroki is in 2 teams, Ochako is in 2 teams, Bakugo is in 2 teams. So that's nice because it's going to give you a bigger chance of actually pulling what you need, right? Without having to reroll a lot. So that's nice. The downside is that you will need to pull the exact 2 characters, right, that combine with each other. But either way. that's pretty much going to be it for this reroll guide. I'm sorry, I just read this picture, but like I said, I really don't know much about this game. I will definitely be releasing another video going through it, going through the tutorial later on in a few hours when the game comes out. And yeah, so you guys can look forward to that. So leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.